Hello YouTube, it's Brick Blaze here. This video, I am going to show off my Vita game collection and talk about each one of these titles, just briefly, just to kind of show you what I have. A lot of people say, "Hey, there's no games to play on the Vita." But if you see those stacks behind my sig fig there, there's quite a few games to play on the Vita. Just may not be the type of games that you're into. It just so happened that I found a bunch that I like to play. So anyway, let me get started here. These are in alphabetical order. So the first one we got is Arcana Heart 3 Love Max. This is also available on PlayStation 3, and in the original version was on PlayStation 3 as well. Might have been 360, but I don't think so. Basically, it's this a 2D fighter, a traditional Japanese 2D fighter, kind of like Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue or those. Fighting games are my favorite type of game. I am not the greatest at them, but for some reason, I love all of them. I just have a blast playing them. So, next one, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Pretty cool, actually. A little different than your standard Assassin's Creed, in the whole changing clothes mechanic, but it does kind of basically play like one of the games. It's a really great portable game. Full disclosure, I have never played the PSP Assassin's Creed games, although I own them. I think there might be only one. It's called Bloodline, but I have that. I just haven't got around to playing it yet. You find it with me, games are like Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. I treat physical games like people treat Steam games, and then I collect a bunch of them, and I'll get around to playing them later. So, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, pretty good game. It's fairly inexpensive now, so if you got a Vita, I recommend picking it up. Or you could also do the Liberation. It is on PlayStation 3 and 360. There's an HD port of that game, so you don't have to have a Vita to play the story. So the next ones we'll just do all together, because they are part of the same series. So it's Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma Extend, and Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma, and Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend. Basically, 2D fighters, 2D Japanese fighters right there. Actually, one of my favorite series. It's super fast-paced. It's got some great characters. I have every Blaze Blue game released in America. So, I've got all the ones on the Vita, of course. I have the PlayStation 3 versions, PlayStation 4 game. I have the new PlayStation 4 game pre-ordered already that's coming out later. I just love that series. And I hope one day for them to do maybe a Blaze Blue Guilty Gear crossover. That would be amazing. Next up, Borderlands 2. It's a pretty decent port, honestly. There are some issues with frame rate here and there, and you can only do 2 players instead of 4, and they didn't ever put the rest of the DLC out, which kind of sucks. They do only have half of that. But it's a great portable Borderlands. It's exactly, what it is. You could transfer your character back and forth from the PlayStation 3 version, and I believe the PlayStation 4 as well. I think it's a 3-way copy. So that's pretty fun. Get your Borderlands kick on the go. Dead or Alive 5 Plus. Of course, 3D fighting game. And series been around for quite a while. It's mainly known for, big jiggly parts of the female characters. In fact, this has some kind of touch mode in it where you basically tap the girls to fight, which is kind of odd. Pretty cool game. I just like the series as a whole. Not as good as Tekken. I wish there was a Tekken on Vita. I'd be super happy with that, but that'll do. Dynasty Warriors next. I love all the Warriors games. I know they're just mindless, like press X and kill things. I'm okay with that. And this one, built specifically for the Vita, it was actually pretty cool. Took advantage of the touchscreen well. Really did some cool stuff. There's a bunch of little touchscreen like mini games and things like that, and the graphics are really nice on that one. Next one is Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition, which is kind of odd that they call it complete because it doesn't include Empires. It's just the regular game plus Extreme Legends. The graphics on this one are not as good as Dynasty Warriors Next, because this one is a port from the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, 360, and so on. The other one was designed specifically for the Vita, hence it looks a little better on the Vita than this one does. But there's so much more content in this game. So many characters, so many levels. Lubu is a beast. I love him. And then next we hit up all the LEGO games, which I have already shown in previous videos, so I won't touch on them too much, but I've got LEGO Batman 2. I've got LEGO Batman 3. Legends of Chima Laval's Journey. Harry Potter Years 5 to 7. Jurassic World. Lord of the Rings. Marvel Superheroes, Universe in Peril. The Universe in Peril subtitle is to indicate that this game is slightly different than the console versions. It's a completely different play style, but it has levels that are extremely similar to the other version. Lego Avengers, Ninjago Ninjaroids, Ninjago Shadow of the Ronin, which I have not even put in play yet because I'm working on the Avengers game. I also have LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. Little Big Planet Vita. Oh my lord, Little Big Planet is so awesome. I've got every version of this on every system. It's a fantastic game, creating your own levels, super fun platformer. The mechanics aren't as tight as like a Mario game or even a Sonic game, to be honest with you. But that's because of all the creation tools and just the immense amount of levels and creativity that the community has for these games. Just fantastic. And I've spent probably more money on this game on DLC than I have any other game with DLC, that's for sure. Mainly because if I buy a costume pack in Little Big Planet 1, it carries over through 1, 2, 3, and the Vita game, and some things even went to Little Big Planet karting. So you get a lot for your money for buying a costume pack on there, so that's pretty cool. I recommend Little Big Planet. If you have any system that can play any version of this game, get it. Little Deviants, that actually came with my Vita. It's like a little collection of mini games, and I haven't played a whole lot of it, just a few bits here and there. It's basically just kind of to showcase the back touch panel and touchscreen and different stuff you can do there. So we also have Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. It's got Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3, and it has cross-save with the PlayStation 3 version, so you can transfer your save back and forth. Admittedly, Metal Gear Solid 3 I find difficult to play on the Vita, just because the whole camouflage system and that, and some of the enemies, they hide very well, and so that one's a little difficult. Metal Gear Solid 2, I think, plays a little better on there just because of the way the game is set up. Mod Nation Racers Road Trip. It's essentially like Little Big Planet karting. Well, I guess Little Big Planet karting is like this one because this came first. So create your own levels, tracks, go-karts, and racers and stuff. Pretty fun little game, honestly. Yeah, it has its moments where it's great. Some things suck about it, but I liked it. I got it on PS3 as well. Mortal Kombat 9. Of course, this one includes all the DLC characters. I got Freddy up there, and he's pretty cool. I was a little disappointed with his fatalities, but I like the way he plays. This one's awesome. I recommend it if you got a Vita. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Basically the same as the console version. Cool thing is, speed points that you earn in the console, the PS3 version, will transfer over to this. So that's pretty cool. I got a bunch of stuff right away unlocked when I started this game from having the PS3 copy. So this one here, this one's a little special. This is Retro City Rampage DX. It is still sealed in cellophane. I never planned to open this. I already have Retro City Rampage as a digital download, but I bought this. They put a limited number of physical copies out. You'll notice it does not have an ESRB rating because it was not sold in stores, and it never will be. It's out of print now. So I just wanted to have that in my collection. I liked the game and had an opportunity to buy this copy, so... there are several other games put out like that too. I can't think of the name of the company right now. Oh, I think it's called Limited Time Games. So they do limited runs of digital games. They put physical copies out. This is Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. Similar to Dynasty Warriors, except for it has scantily clad anime ladies. The gameplay is kind of like Dynasty Warriors. It's just an action beat 'em up. It's kind of a neat game. I liked it. Soul Sacrifice. I haven't played too much of this one, to be honest with you, but it's kind of like Monster Hunter meets Dynasty Warriors kind of thing. Graphically, it's really impressive on the Vita. This is one of the games that shines for me. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Of course, awesome fighting game. This also came with the voucher code to unlock the 12 DLC characters on both the Vita and the PS3 copies, so that was pretty sweet. Tales of Hearts R. It's a JRPG from the Tales of series. I don't think I've ever actually played this one yet. Touch My Katamari. I have played way too much of this. If you have never played a Katamari game, they are just stupid, mindless fun. The gist of it is you're the prince of the universe and you have to roll stuff up into a giant ball. So you start rolling smaller things, and the more it collects, that allows you to roll up bigger things, and then even bigger things, and then eventually you're rolling up planets in the entire universe. So, pretty sweet game there. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This is a faithful console port. It plays beautifully on the Vita. And actually, you can turn on like easy controls and then just tap the touch screen and bust out combos. I don't play it that way, but I have tried it a few times just to see, and it works. It's pretty neat. And then last but not least, Uncharted Golden Abyss. Everyone who owns a Vita should get this game. This game is amazing. The story isn't as memorable as other Uncharted games, but you will be absolutely amazed at the fact that the game looks as good as it does, and it's on a portable system. And they made some ingenious uses of the touchscreen, I thought, so doing some climbing effects and cutting through things, that was pretty neat. But I was just blown away by how good this game looked, being on a handheld. And so there you have it. There are my physical Vita games. I have probably twice as many games of those as digital games, but I have no way to show those. But anyway, thank everybody very much for watching. Leave some comments below. Tell me what are your favorite games on the Vita, or do you even have one? Because most people probably don't. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.